Now that we know how to forward and backwards march, let's learn how to do it towards our audience. So let's put our arms right out to the side. Keep your feet in parallel right now. Toes and heels are touching. Let's have blade arms or blade hands. And let's keep our upper body where it is, but walk your feet to your left. Now notice when you do that, you've got to push and pull with your shoulders to make sure that you're keeping them parallel to the front sideline. Now let's walk it around to the other side, all the way around to the right. Now you're pushing and pulling the other way. What we like to think of is an analogy called 30-60-90. You can relax your arms. We like to think of 30-60-90. We have 30 degrees in the hips, 60 degrees in the chest, 90 degrees in the shoulders. So let's face our feet towards that end zone to your right. And let's do that towards the front. 30 degrees in the hips, just the hips. 60 degrees with the chest. Now let's finish it with the shoulders. Now the key to all of that, to getting all of that in line, is the hips. We need to rotate as far as we can without getting our body out of alignment with the hips. So if you can go slightly past 30, that's probably okay for now, while we're training ourselves on how to slide. Let's put our feet back in parallel to the front again. Here's another trick that we can do with our arms. Let's put your hands straight out in front of you, blade hands, palms together. Keeping the arms locked, the elbows locked, and the shoulders down, let's walk our feet to the left. To your left. Do you guys feel that push and pull in the shoulders? Walk it around to the right. Again, feel the push and pull in the shoulders and in the hips. Make sure the elbows are locked out and the palms are touching each other. All right, let's relax out of that. So because we're going to be putting that kind of torque on our body, let's make sure we twist a little bit. Get some twists in the upper body. You can twist and kind of hold it and kind of pulse on that side. Twist and hold it on the other side, kind of pulse a little bit. Make sure your body is ready for you to move that way. You want to make sure you're taking care of your body as you do this. It's not going to be comfortable to slide, but if you're not loosened up at all, it's very uncomfortable. All right, so let's work on one step into a slide. Let's get set, and with our fake horns up, we're going to take one step in a forward slide to your left. One step to your left with me. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and. That one's easy. That one's easy, actually. You're opening right up. Everything should stay flat to the front. This time, let's take 2 steps to your left. Let's bring it back together. 2 steps to your left. This is where we're really going to start to feel the push and pull. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. Now you've really got to push and pull. Make sure those hips are at 30, chest at 60, shoulders at 90. Really rotate those hips. But we've got to make sure that our feet are still in a track. We don't want to look down. Go ahead and look down. We do not want to cheat our feet. Make sure they're not pointing out towards the sideline in front of you. All right, let's bring that back. Andy. This will be a forward left slide. We're ending on count 8 in your point before we close. I'll count you into it. And mark, time, mark. Together, left.
1, 2, 4, 6,
Point. The point's going to work the same way it has so far. When we're just marching forward, you need to make sure it's in turnout. Okay, you're going to turn your foot out, so it's going to go slightly towards the front sideline. And in order to close, we have to make sure we can rotate on the ball of our foot. Okay, we learned about the ball of the foot when we did habit. We're going to rotate on the ball of the foot and bring our feet together. Go try that on your own a few times. Rotating on the ball of the foot into turnout. Try it a couple times on your own. All right, let's put our feet together right here. Let's go ahead and get set. We're going to do a forward left slide all the way to the close. Rotating on the ball of the foot from count 8 to the close. And mark, time, mark.
4, 6, 4.
All right, now that we know how to close going to the left, let's learn how to close going to the right. Let's take 8 steps in a forward right slide. Going 8 steps to our right in a forward slide. Here we go, let's get set. Let's end on count 8. Let's end on the point. Ending on the point. And mark, time, mark. Okay, and this one should be easier for us actually. This one, all we need to do, since we're pointing, we just need to bring our feet together into that turnout, making sure that we still keep the presence to the front. Go try that on your own a few times, bringing the feet together into the close. From count 8 to 1. Okay. All right, we're gonna go forward 8 counts and a slide to our right, going all the way to the close. All the way to the close. Here we go. Let's get set. Make sure as soon as you step off, you're pushing and pulling with the shoulders. And mark, time, mark.
2, 4, 6, point, close.
Let's go ahead and try that one more time. Starting right here, we'll go the same way. Here we go, let's get set. Make sure we rotate on the ball of the foot. And mark, time, mark.
2, 4, 6, point, close.
So again, we want 30, 60, 90 as we're going across the field. We want to make sure 30 degrees in the hips, 60 degrees in the chest, 90 in the shoulders. Make sure you're fighting for that all the way through there. You're reminding yourself, counts 4, 5, and 6 even. Shoulders, chest, hips, all right? All right, let's practice taking one step backward to our left in a backward slide. You're still going to initiate the same way that you do in the backwards march. You're going to push into the ball of the foot. You're going to be weightless in the left leg. You're going to push into the ball of the foot on the right side and step out to your left. We're going to make sure that our left foot is in track. Here we go. With me, let's take one step back to our left. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 1. And remember, you're pushing and pulling with the shoulders here. Keep that chin up. A lot of times when we backwards march especially, we want our presence to go down. Make sure you really exaggerate the posture. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's do 8 steps. Bring your feet back together. Let's do 8 steps in a backward slide and a backward slide to our left. Let's end on count 8, ending on the point before the close. Here we go, let's get set. I'll count you into it. Ending on count 8. And mark, time, mark.
2, 4, 6, step.
And again, this one should be easier for us. This one should actually be easy. You're gonna go from count 8 and you're gonna keep that foot tight and low towards your right foot, towards that supporting leg as you come into the close. Try that on your own a few times. Remember, tight and low. You don't wanna swing it way out. You want to stay very close to that supporting leg. Let's start from right here. Let's take 8 steps backward and a backward slide to our left, going all the way to the close. Backward slide to your left, all the way to the close. And mark, time, mark.
2, 4, 6, point, close.
And again, remember, 30, 60, 90 still applies to the backward slide. We need to make sure that we're pushing and pulling with the hips and shoulders all the way through there. Let's try that one again. Backward slide to your left. And mark, time, mark.
2, 4, 6, point, close.
All right, and relax right there. Now we can go that way. Let's go back to our right. Let's take one step to our right in a backward slide. One step to your right in a backward slide. Again, you're going to initiate by pushing into the ground with the ball of the right foot and keep that tight and low. This one's really gonna put some torque on your hips. So you're gonna wanna make sure you're really pushing and pulling, thinking about that before you even step off. Let's do that with me. 1 step, backward slide to your right. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now, everybody go ahead and take a look at your left foot. Look at your left foot right here. Make sure it's going down the same track, okay? That should be parallel to the front sideline. Let's do that one more time. And 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Yeah, and it's okay if that front foot, that right foot pivots just slightly, okay? It's gonna be natural, okay? You don't wanna hurt your ankle there. Let's go 8 steps backwards. 8 steps, Nate, backwards, right slide. Let's end on count 8. Ending on count 8. Here we go. Let's get set. Mark, time, mark.
6, 5.
Yeah, and right here, it's actually gonna look like an open step because you're pointing in turnout now. Because we're about to close to the front, you wanna make sure that you're in turnout, so you're actually gonna look like you're in a second position, almost in releve. Not very high on the toes, but you're actually gonna be open to the front right here. It should feel actually very nice after doing that backward slide. Let's get on this yard line or split. Backwards right, all the way to the close. And mark, time, mark.
4, 6, point, close.
Now make sure, we've already talked about pushing and pulling with the hips, but as we backwards march, your presence is gonna wanna go down. You're gonna backwards march a whole bunch in your show, and you've gotta make sure that it communicates all the way to the top of the stands. So let's do that one more time and really exaggerate your posture. One more time. Let's get set. Same way. And mark, time, mark.
2, 6, point, close.
Awesome. Relax. What do we got now? All right, you guys are doing a great job so far. That's definitely the hardest thing that we've done. Backward slides are one of the hardest things that we will do. Next, we're gonna work on our direction changes.